Morning, just after 5, another early start, travel day today. Hopefully we'll be on the road within the next 45 minutes. Got a plane to catch.
It's an early start and we're back on the move again. Lisbon has been good to us, slower, calmer and full of surprises. But this morning it's time to trade pastel buildings and sunshine for something completely different. Another flight, another adventure and a new country waiting on the other side. Every stop on this journey feels completely different from the last, and that's what keeps it exciting. We've swapped sunshine for grey skies, calm streets for cobblestones, and we wouldn't have it any other way. We can't wait to show you what comes next. We've touched down in Edinburgh, Scotland. After literally lugging our bags and suitcases up 3 flights of stairs, we took some time to get our bearings and relax, then headed out to explore. We wanted to make the most of the late afternoon shadows. We took a walk up to the Royal Mile to the castle viewpoint. As the sun sets over Edinburgh, the whole city glows. Stone buildings, spires and streets that feel like they've been frozen in time. Tomorrow we can start exploring.
Hang on. You should have seen us earlier trying to lug 3 suitcases up here. 3 suitcases, maybe just 2. And some backpacks. Home sweet home. Welcome to our digs. See you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm trying to show you the view from the window this morning. This is outside of our room. It's very Harry Potter-ish. It's very cool. So the room's in absolute chaos, and we're about to go out and tackle, first of all, what's coming first? Coffee. Yeah. We're going to find a coffee place. Then we've got a tour of Edinburgh Castle. And then we've got a day of just pounding the pavement. So excited. Let's go. What is it, the temperature? You just did a temperature check. 8 degrees. So we've got beanies, scarves.
That's cold, eh?
Yeah, it is cold.
Considering where we've been.
Yeah. It's all right.
Let's go.
Let's go and do this. See what it was like lugging these suitcases up 3 flights of stairs yesterday. It wasn't much fun. And when we come out, we're right on the main street, I think. Watch this when I open the door.
It's actually right over the road from the main train station. We might have not got one train.
No. Whoa. Well, this is a change. Not expecting this morning. It did say it was going to be cloudy and 14. It's raining and 8. Okay, we've got our coffee, so that's got the heart working. We are meeting up at the top of the hill here for a castle tour. Oh, look at the mist in the background behind at the end of the street.
Castle's gone.
Castle, oh no, castle's kind of disappeared into the distance, but we're meeting here for a tour at 10 o'clock. So we're just going to have a bit of a wander around the locality at the moment, and it looks a bit different in the daytime, hey?
Yeah, I certainly didn't expect this rain, hey?
No.
But it's not. It's actually not raining, is it? But you can feel,
yeah,
what,
mist.
drizzle or whatever.
It's almost like a mist.
Yeah.
Beautiful though, and something else we're not overly familiar with is the beautiful autumn trees that they have here in Europe. But it's a lot of business people around today rather than the Sunday afternoon crowd that was yesterday. But it just adds another layer to its place, doesn't it? The
Stunning.
yeah, the wet buildings and the almost an eeriness, but in a good way. So these little coffee shops. This is escaping crowds heaven, this place. Look at the cassettes up in the window, hon.
I'm gonna go and have a look and see.
Sitting high above the city on an ancient volcanic rock, Edinburgh Castle has watched over Scotland's capital for nearly 1,000 years. It's been a royal residence, a military stronghold, and a symbol of Scotland's strength through centuries of conflict. Today, it's one of the most visited sites in the country, but standing here, you can still feel the history in the stone walls, the wind and the view that stretches right across the city. It's one of those places that makes you stop and remember just how old and how beautiful this part of the world really is. Fog's lifted a little. See just down on the bottom left of the screen, that's actually a cemetery for the dogs of soldiers. So these cannons are not authentic cannons, they're just decorative, just to show what the cannons look like. They've been brought in just to fill up the holes, I think, to show what it would look like
If they had some cannons
if
of
they
their
were
own.
real cannons. We'd be terrible guides. We'd actually be terrible, wouldn't we? We'd be terrible guides.
Speak for yourself, champ.
So as part of the tradition, at 1 p.m. every day, this cannon gets fired. So we're going to hang around. Are we going to hang around?
I think so.
And we'll see it get fired today. They've just blocked off the area now. It's been going on for a couple of 100 years, I think. So yeah, we'll just...
Doesn't serve any purpose now.
No, it's just more of the ceremony of a
Traditional thing.
tradition, yeah. But we'll
Used to back in the day.
we'll hang on and try and film it for you.
Every day at exactly 1 p.m, a cannon is fired from the Edinburgh Castle, a tradition that's been part of the city since 1861. It started as a practical way for ships in the Firth of Forth to set their maritime clocks before GPS and radio existed. The sound of the gun could be heard all the way down at the docks. These days it's more of a ritual than a necessity, but locals and visitors still gather to hear it echo across the city, a daily reminder of Edinburgh's deep connection to its history.
Whoa!
Like so fast.
Whoa! Blimey, that was fast.
After visiting the inside of the castle walls, we trekked off to find the perfect viewpoint of the outside of the castle, and there are many. The Vennel Steps is probably the most iconic of the local viewpoints in Edinburgh, as it frames the castle beautifully between the historic stone buildings with the cobble steps leading up to it. The sunlight wasn't the best today, but it was still an amazing spot to take it all in.
Okay, for any of you that are Harry Potter fans, this has some significance to the film. This is the site where apparently Tom Riddle's grave was actually filmed. Just going to have a bit of a look and see if we can spot. I mean, it's obviously not going to be called Tom Riddle because it's not real, but the gravestones here are hundreds of years old. Those actually back straight onto the back of those houses. There's a whole family of them in there. There must be about 20 people, all in the 1800s, early 1800s. Look at this one. Whoa. Wowee, I've never seen anything like this before.
In the 1850s, a little Skye Terrier named Bobby belonged to a night watchman named John Gray, who worked for the Edinburgh Police. When John passed away in 1858, he was buried in Greyfriars Kirkyard. Bobby spent 14 years guarding his master's grave. Locals took care of him, feeding him and giving him shelter nearby. His loyalty captured the heart of Edinburgh.
It's pretty scary looking, isn't it? It's got no head. I don't know if that's it. So if anyone's watching this and you can tell me if that's the one, please let me know in the comments below. I'm going to go and check it out. I'm going to watch the film again, but that's the one that seems to be the attraction here. Found it. So, it's a real grave of a real person called Thomas Riddle. Pretty plain sort of grave, nothing fancy. That queue is for the Harry Potter merchandise shop. Insane! Okay, where are we off to now?
Go and get some dins.
All right, we are heading off out. We're going to go to another Scottish pub for dinner.
It's been a long day, so we need a good feed.
We need a good feed, and we've just left everything as is, and we are off out for the night, and editing will resume later. So here we go, out into the cold.
Bye.
Good night. See you soon. Just a bit of garlic bread to warm up the soul. Okay, we ready for this day?
We are.
All right. Second full day in Edinburgh. Just giving you a quick
Look at the bleakness.
look at the bleakness. Yeah, it's okay though. We're ready for this.
Okay.
My beanie's in the bag. Yep, we are good to go. Public transport, hun. We're waiting for our first bus in Edinburgh. Trying to find our way around via public transport today. We're on the bus. We made it so far. Hopefully 4 stops. At least it's warm in here. Poor sucker is outside in the cold. The autumn trees. So that down there is Dean Village. We're on the historic Dean Bridge at the moment. I think there's a little river down there somewhere. We're going to go down there, but we just wanted to walk over the bridge to show you what a beautiful part of Edinburgh this is. River's down there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. We'll keep walking over the bridge and show you, but it's just beautiful. It's about 15 minutes out of Edinburgh, probably not even that. Oh yeah, there's a little bridge. So we're going to have a walk through the village, but we just wanted to go over the bridge just to check it out. It's really nice because you've got all the autumn leaves at the moment too, which is lovely.
Just a short bus ride from the heart of Edinburgh, Dean Village feels like a stepping stone into another time. Once a bustling milling village along the Water of Leith, today it's one of the city's quietest corners, a peaceful escape from the crowds. Cobblestone paths wind between old stone cottages and ivy-covered bridges, while the sound of the river replaces the hum of the city. Statues and old millstones still hint at the village's past, scattered along the walkways as reminders of the lives that once lived here. It's hard to believe a place like this exists so close to the city centre, a hidden pocket of history that still feels alive, and if you slow down, you can really notice it.
Nasty metal. Howdy guys. So we've just been for a bit of a wander around the little village of Stockbridge.
Yep, that's it.
Stockbridge, which is across the little river of Leith that we've just walked down the side of, and couldn't believe how many charity shops they had there. Like, it was really good. Lots of little coffee shops, old buildings. They've kept in keeping with the old history of the place. It's really, really nice. And then headed out the other side to a famous bakery that we thought we'll check it out because it's, you know, it's pretty famous apparently. So we walked, I don't know, 500 metres or so to get to this bakery.
Maybe.
And just as we got close, we noticed there was a good hour's worth of a queue to get coffee there. I mean, it's probably great, but
it's all hype.
yeah,
I don't know whether it comes from TikTok or
Instagram.
whatever, but you've got to be seen to be there.
Yeah, well, in fairness, I actually saw it on TikTok, but I did not expect you'd have to wait an hour for a cup of coffee, like seriously. So we decided we didn't really need coffee that badly. So we're heading back along the river to the other side where Dean Village actually is. And we're going to have a look around there, which will be nice and peaceful, I think. And hopefully we can find somewhere to grab a coffee there. Does that sound okay?
Mm.
Yeah, it's so beautiful here. Well, no, we don't really need one. It's just a nice thing to do when when you're out exploring. Just stop and have a coffee. But it's just really beautiful.
Okay.
Oh wow! Big old tree just hasn't just come down. I'd say it's been down a while, but check out it's just lovely, and it's really peaceful here. I think a lot of people go straight into the Dean Village and not do this walk, but it's definitely worth it. Every time I look out this window in the morning, I think I'm at Hogwarts. I did see a bird up on the veranda up there earlier and I thought, oh, it's the owl, but it wasn't. So we are heading off out this morning. This is our last full day here in Edinburgh. What's in store today, hun?
We're going to a place that I think you're calling it Calton Hill.
Calton Hill, yeah. Bit of a walk required.
Yep.
Just for a change.
We have a sightseeing walk of some description.
Yeah, we're looking at a dark history, Edinburgh's dark history. So we're going on a walking tour this afternoon. So yeah, we'll see what the day brings. But first of all, coffee and breakfast, priority.
Let's go.
Let's go. So in a desperate bid to do the stairs every time we get back, I resorted to counting as we go up. There's 52 of them. So, in typical Edinburgh style, bleak. That's okay, it's nice actually for walking.
This is the Royal Mile, Edinburgh's most famous street and the heartbeat of the old city. From the castle up top to the Palace of Holyrood House below, it's packed with history, stories, and that unmistakable Scottish charm. Every cobblestone feels like it's got a secret, and if you take your time wandering, you can feel centuries of life still echoing through these streets.
That's the train station at Waverley that we'll be getting on tomorrow.
Just off Regent Road sits the old Calton burial ground, a quiet corner of Edinburgh that feels frozen in time. Dating back to the 1700s, it's the resting place of philosophers, reformers and everyday Scots. Among them, David Hume, one of Scotland's greatest thinkers, and a monument to 5 men exiled to Australia for standing up for political reform. It's peaceful, a little haunting, and a reminder that Edinburgh's history isn't just told in museums. It's buried right beneath your feet. Calton Hill is one of those spots that completely captures Edinburgh. Just a short walk from the city centre and suddenly you're above it all, looking out over the skyline, the castle and Arthur's Seat in the distance. It's home to a handful of monuments that give it that almost Greek feel, which is why people call it Edinburgh's Acropolis. But what really makes it special is the atmosphere up here. Sunrise, sunset, or even in the mist. This hill always feels like the city's quiet lookout.
So, a bit of perspective. So we're up at Calton Hill at the moment. So the big point that you can see there's actually people on top of it. That's Arthur's Seat. You can actually hike up to that. And then this strange looking formation just here, that's the Salisbury Crags, and all of this is because of some obviously ground movement over time. Down here is the Holyrood Palace, and behind it is the gardens that goes with it. But look at this little churchyard just in front of us here. It's just surrounded by buildings, but it looks so tranquil in there. And then if we spin around, you can see up on the hill over there, the Edinburgh Castle. And there's a few monuments up here on Calton Hill as well. So I'll try and find out what these monuments are all about. There's a whole bunch of people climbing on one of them at the moment, so I'll get a couple of snaps and put them in so you can see them better. I don't know what that tower is. Any ideas?
No.
Okay, well, and it's a nice walk up here actually, isn't it? You can either come up via the steps or you can come up via a nice sloped walking pathway, which was really pleasant. So yeah, we're going to go for a bit of a cruise around up the top of the hill here and we'll show you around. So we just stopped to have a drink at the cafe at the top of the hill, and we've come back down this side and the sun's actually out. It just puts a whole new perspective on things. Like you can see all the light reflecting off the buildings and it just looks lively. This is the first bit of sun we've seen in a good few days.
Must have rocketed up to a solid 12 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still chilly around the ears, but it's a little bit pleasant on the back of your head, which is nice. But you can actually see the water a little bit clearer. So that's the Forth River. So Calton Hill, worth a visit when in Edinburgh.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a lot to see up there. There's a few monuments. There's actually some really big walk trails if you're that way inclined. You can go out to that Arthur's Seat on a bit of a hike if you're feeling inclined to do so. But there's lots to look around. There's a couple of like museum-y things where you've got to pay to go in, but to be honest, you can actually go up there and for free and actually just really enjoy it. We have got a tour booked for this afternoon, so we're gonna do a bit more exploring by foot this morning and then probably go back to the room, have a chill for a bit and then do our tour this afternoon. We just got totally lost. Well, we were just following what Apple Maps said, but it was leading us astray, so we changed to Google Maps and I think we're back on track again. Down this little pathway. It's so cute.
So there's the church site.
Yes.
So
let's go this way. Can you hold that please? I'll just
love to.
Hold that with love. Okay.
So that's where we just came from, up there.
Okay, we've made it all the way to the bottom of the Royal Mile. This is Holyrood Palace. You can't just go in. It's not just a random place you can just drop into. Fancy gates to keep us paupers out, but we'll just get up to the gate and see if we can give you a bit of a visual.
Did someone live here?
Unsure about that. I think it's a royal visiting place. I don't think people live here full time. Palace of Holyrood House. Okay, so basically you can pay to go into the palace and do a tour, but it's not open today. It's open Thursday to Monday. Yeah. So it's not open today, but that's okay. Got to have a look. Now, this is the Royal Mile in front of us.
So the Royal Mile effectively links Holyrood Palace to Edinburgh Castle.
It does, and interestingly enough, as you walk down the Royal Mile, obviously this is the bottom of it, it's less and less posh, if you like. It becomes more the working class are down this end of the mile, whereas until you get to the palace. And then when you get to the top of the mile where Edinburgh Castle is, it seems to be the more upmarket sort of wealthy area. I think that would be a fairly good assumption of how it was like. You can see by the houses.
And this is Parliament House here, eh?
Yeah, this is the Scottish Parliament right here, right opposite the palace. So yeah, it's an interesting building. It's probably the most modern building in Old Town, I'd say. All the buildings look like this normally. We're standing in front of St Giles Cathedral. So this is West Parliament Square, waiting for our tour guide, which should have a white umbrella. Look out for a white umbrella, anyone.
Now we're a bit early, I think.
Yeah, we are. We're always early, so we're just waiting.
5 minutes. Really good.
Okay. We'll get to learn some horrible stuff today. This is the horrible history tour.
That bloody hill again.
Yeah, down the hill. This is Kieran. He's our guide for today, and there's only 6 people in our tour.
Edinburgh may look beautiful, all cobblestones, castles and charm, but beneath the surface lies a much darker story, Tonight we're exploring the side of the city that doesn't make it onto the postcards, tales of witch trials, grave robbers, and life in a time when fear ruled the streets. It's haunting, fascinating, and a reminder that Edinburgh's beauty and darkness have always lived side by side.
So I've taken you here because I want to tell you about one of Edinburgh's most infamous streets, and it sits underneath this building here. The building dates back to 1470, so it's a really old building. You can see a picture of John Knox here right next to the doorway.
Our time in Edinburgh has come to an end, and honestly, it's hard to leave. This city has a way of getting under your skin. The history, the people, the moody skies, all of it feels timeless. We've walked its cobblestone streets, uncovered its dark stories, and soaked in as much of that Scottish magic as we could in a few days. Now it's time to pack the bags again and hit the road for the next leg of our journey. And trust us, where we're heading next, you're going to love it. Edinburgh, you've been unforgettable, but the adventure isn't over, not by a long shot. We'd love it very much if you would join us for our next adventure as we take on Europe in our own style. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next one. Cheers!